Okay.
Okay. First thing I'm going to pick up here, I'm not doing this in any specific order. I do have a slideshow. I'm not doing an order of the slideshow or anything like that. Just going through this stuff. What is this thing, David? What? Broom. This is a push broom. This one's push broom. Now hold it out here. You'll kind of see it better. Push broom. That is designed, they call it a push broom, but you sweep like this. You can also pull it like this to you. You can work either way, but you use that type, pushing it like that. That's where it gets its name. We'll go ahead and hold up this one here, because this one kind of goes along with it. What do we have here? Another broom. This one, most people just call it a stick broom. I've never really went in anywhere and looked to see what it's labeled as on the shelf. But most people typically just, if you refer to it as something other than a broom, they'll call it a stick broom on these type. And I label them like that because I do want to differentiate. Because I want you to know, since we have both kinds of brooms, I want you to know which one I want you to go get. If I ask you to go get the push broom, we know it's this one. If I want the stick broom, I'll say stick broom. I want that one there. So we do kind of specify. A little bit about them real quick. The push broom. This one, if we look at the head, what we call the head of the broom, this part here, it's got kind of stiff, sort of heavy, thick plastic bristles on it. This broom is designed with these bristles for sweeping rough surfaces. You can sweep this concrete floor in here. This would be considered a smooth surface. It'll work on that. They make brooms with finer, softer bristles that actually work better on a smooth surface. This one is designed for rough surfaces. Outside the barn, the concrete outside the barn is a rougher finish than this in here. If you were out on like the asphalt in the parking lot.
Sit down, Curtis.
If you're out on the asphalt in the parking lot, you would want a broom like this with a heavier, thicker, stiffer bristle for the rough surfaces. Our stick broom here, we typically use that around inside in the corners. We'll clean it up in the barn and stuff like that. You can get the corners better. In the greenhouse, you get the corners and along the edges of the walls sometimes. And once you get stuff piled up with the push broom, you can take the stick broom and get it in a smaller pile, and it's easier to sweep it into a dustpan. We're not showing up, we're not going over that one right now, but it's easier to sweep it up in a dustpan. Move these to the side here. Anybody know what this is?
Shovel.
It looks sort of like a shovel, but we don't call it a shovel. Scoop. We call these scoops. They do look kind of like shovels, but they're a little bit different, have a little bit different use. This one is sort of easier to see the difference. I'll hold up a shovel here real quick. We'll talk about the shovel in a minute. The scoop, the head of it, this part is a lot bigger than the shovel. This is used best for scooping light material. I talk about that sometimes. We use this around here when we break up leaves, pile. We'll use this to scoop them because you can pick up a bunch. They're light enough. You can pick up a bunch at one time and put them in a wheelbarrow to haul them off and do whatever we're going to do with them. This is a scoop here as well. There's a little bit smaller one, but it's still designed slightly different than a shovel. Another difference in them, the shovel has a place to put your foot so that you can push down on it to get it to go into whatever you're going to be shoveling with. The scoop, that's another way to tell the difference. The scoop is rounded here. There's no place. The scoop is not designed for you to put your foot on it and push it down in the dirt or whatever you're shoveling. Same with this one. It's rounded. It's not meant to stand on it and put any pressure on it like the shovel is. Go ahead and move on to our shovels here real quick. What do we got here? You know what this, anybody know this one? This is a square shovel, that's correct. And then we have this one, is our round shovel. I already talked a little bit about the difference between the two. Our round shovel is designed, let it run.
Pause it.
Let it run. Let it run.
It's recording.
The round shovel, it's designed for digging. If you want to go dig a hole in the dirt somewhere, the round shovel is designed specifically for that. It's easier to push it down in a harder, a little bit more packed surface than dirt for digging. The square shovel is designed more for loose material. But the square shovel is designed for heavier stuff. Shoveling something like a pile of sand. If you shovel a pile of sand, this works good. It's kind of soft, but it's still heavy, so you can't use the scoop. So that's our shovel there, round and square. So I'll go ahead and pause.